Begun to turn things around this season.
She gave us one of the great early season quotes as well, telling Andrea and I earlier today, we believe in the mid-range. Illinois controls the opening cap, and I know you do as well, but it was just great to hear in this year and these seasons of layups and threes. Illinois coming in at 6-1, getting set for Big Ten play. And off the bounce, here's a turnover, and away with it is Amber Brown. See the starting five for the Panthers, and the first bucket for Pitt as well. It's 2-0.
And for the Panthers, that's exactly what you want. Defense to take easy buckets into the offensive side. Great turnaround pull-up by Makira Johnson.
Johnson, how impressive has she been early this year? Her production in terms of scoring is up almost 5 times what she was doing last year. Rebounding is up. We'll need more of that from her. Baseline 3 off the mark. Panthers in transition. And a traveling violation called on Makira Johnson. Makira Cook, the transfer from Dayton. Bryn Shoop Hill coming in from Dayton. Coach Green's last stop as well. And mixing in quite nicely. A good blend of young talent. Cook's off the mark. The rebound off the mark as well.
Pitt got saved there, Roy. You have to box out Kendall Bostic on that end of the floor. She is a great offensive rebounder. Here with the ball, 44 in orange. Watch her, very active on the glass. She pursues those O boards.
They expect her to average close to a double-double. She's 8.5 and 8.5 so far this season. Illinois trying to scratch the scoring column. Can't do it here. Cook triggered the inbounds. 10 to shoot. And a foul.
Get the ball to Kendall Bostic down low when she is sealing and showing numbers. Get her the basketball, because then that inside-out game could get going.
Well, she'll get a touch here. Mid-range jumper is no good. This is the very first matchup. Yeah, you are. I can't wait to get your thoughts on kind of what you're expecting in that one.
This Ohio State team, it's funny because, you know, Louisville runs that mad dog full court press, and they're known for their defense, especially last season with Emily Ingsler. Now Morgan Jones has taken on that role. But Ohio State as well, my goodness, they are forcing 32 turnovers per game, Roy. Unbelievable.
Cook with the first bucket for Illinois off the turnover, make it 4-2 Illini. Harris left open. Can't connect.
That's not a bad three-point attempt. The defense was completely in the paint, getting to that help. It's a wide-open three-point shot. Coach White wants post touches, though, inside out.
Inside out for Illinois on this possession. A deep three by Peebles is good. Jada Peebles shooting a blistering 53% from downtown to start this season. Illinois as a team has done a remarkable job in terms of field goal percentage. So Johnson now with 5, Cook with 4.
You really can't say enough, Roy, about the improvement of Makira Johnson. Just absolutely elevating her game. We talked about that word earlier.
And a chance for 3.
Leadership role for Cook is huge. And then Bryn Shoop Hill can really thrive at this level in the Big Ten. Shauna Green talked about in the A-10, a lot of 4s are guards. Bryn Shoop Hill gets to go against some size.
It is kind of a work in progress, isn't it?
It absolutely takes time, because there is nothing, you can do whatever drill you want in practice. You can have great practice players.
Hutcherson. Pitt's got to hurry. Malcolm for 3 now. Cook with a box out.
A great box out by Makira Cook.
Illinois the aggressor early on, 16-7.
Seal down low on the inside. This on offense is going to be huge to create some of those lanes.
Amber Brown inside. That shot was bothered. Bostic corrals the rebound.
But shot selection too as well, Roy. Like, that's a contested shot over 2 high hands, whereas that shot by Makira.
Johnson off the pump fake. King wants it. She'll take it. Big shot at the buzzer. King with position inside. No. Bostic the board. Cook off the screen, corrals it. Just underway in our second quarter in the hot hand. 21-3. Cook now in double figures with 12. Panthers only had 3 scores in the first quarter. Johnson, King, and Brown. And inside the bucket
by Amber Brown. Nice job by Pitt clearing out the side to work that pick and roll action.
Does it feel like Pittsburgh's just kind of feeling things out a little bit?
Absolutely, and he said that the one thing that they have to get to, that next step, is that belief, believing that they can compete, and even when they're down, they can come back against quality teams. And Illinois, again, Pitt has to get organized on the defensive end. There has to be communication. Even if you don't know where you're supposed to be, you can talk it out and figure it out with enough effort and communication.
Junior out of Washington, D.C., trying to pace the Panthers.
Mid-range
Cook now with 14, Andrea.
This is exactly what head coach Shauna Green said she wanted from Makira Cook. Hunt her shots. That drive from Ace Strickland, that last 3 that she took was one of those errant 3s that Coach White talks about. That drive was a better decision.
Strickland, the freshman out of Knoxville, Tennessee, back to 10. McKenzie with 9, 31-21, almost halfway through a quick-moving second quarter. Makira Cook with 14. Illinois' 31 points so far. Inside out, there it is, an open look. McKenzie connects.
Stays with the post player instead of passing that off to her teammate and staying out on the wing. This 2-3 zone defense, there's been a little confusion on Pitt's side.
Here comes Cook, the bounce pass. Bostic swings it. Peebles left open. She's got 3 threes. Shot clock at 10. Trying to spot Bostic and a turnover. Washington's behind the back. How about that move? With the bounce.
Offensive energy from the bench.
Panthers need a stop. Bostic somehow saves it. And a press 20. Bostic gets it back. First game of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Ohio State, Louisville headed your way later tonight. A top 20 showdown. Buckeyes have produced a couple of early season upsets. There's a 3. Cook will trigger. Off the cut. Inside the basket.
Keeping your player in front of you, not playing out of rotation. That's exactly what you saw that last possession. Every defender stayed in front of their man. They didn't even need help side because they were locked in.
How about that time?
My partner, Alyssa Lang, would just not feel bad for you two at all. One bit, the Gamecock that I work with consistently.
Cook, penetrating drive. Now, despite trailing by 18, Pittsburgh can lean on free throw shooting. Now a perfect 10 for 10 at the line tonight. Lewis, a no-look dish inside to Brown.
And they're attacking. Jayla Oden, stay aware of that baseline when you're going to drive.
I think one thing that would drive me crazy as a coach is stepping out if you are in that corner 3-point area and you don't realize it, where you may be trying to get a little position between you and the defender. Day Harris back on the court as well with those 3 personals, Andrea.
And she has to play smart here. No silly reach-in fouls. Move your feet. Trust your help side defense.
Great position for Boston. Washington saves it. And Lewis couldn't finish the 3. Illinois still shooting over 54%. Cook gets the bounce. And a rainbow 3 off the mark. Bostic with the miss. Look out, Peebles. That one's all net.
To me, she is the example for her players to challenge yourself, to be uncomfortable, to put yourself in situations where you have to learn and adjust. She sets that example for them.
Yeah, she said, and you heard it there, that she was ready for a challenge. Fighting Illini, Andrea, haven't been to the dance since '03. So, I mean, it's been a while since this team has gone to the big dance. And so Peebles lead now at 22, but talk about a team that hadn't been dancing in almost 20 years. You got some work to do, and I think they're off to a pretty good start.
And this is a recipe for success. That's a great recipe for success. The challenge will be against great size on the inside. I think will be a challenge for Illinois.
And we know how the Big Ten as a league likes to defend. You can just go through the list. Good drive. And Illinois will be tested when conference play begins. Hopefully tested as we get later to this game tonight. But you mentioned the efficiency. We talked about it as a crew this week. 4th in the country, top 25 in terms of field goal percentage. Genesis Bryant now enters the three-point party.
This is such a great sign for Day Harris of Pitt, but it's also tough because you don't want your players to have to make one-on-one plays constantly to get back into the game. You want that offensive flow, but Day Harris on a run of her own.
On the three and a chance for 4.
To be there for that game.
Genesis Bryant just hurried up to the strike to connect on the good old-fashioned 4-point play. Illinois, the story, a slam dunk it was. King missed the free throw. Still a good night in terms of production, 8 points and 4 boards. Shot clock down to 5. King's got to hurry. Off the pump fake. Up and under now. She'll get it back. And another chance. But Leah King, one of the top scorers for Pittsburgh, junior out of Washington, D.C. Actually played a little football growing up as well. Good look inside to Bostic.
Keep your head up. Find your teammate. Deliver the ball where it needs to be. Genesis Bryant.
Speaking of King, inside, missed the chippy. Bostic clears. Cook outside, another open look, and it's Bryant. Well said. Out of the timeout, Panthers have it. Lewis picked up the dribble. Exenor inside with the left-handed. Fighting Illini shooting 63%. Genesis Bryant, her career high is 19. She's got 17 tonight. She has not missed a shot or a free throw. Pump fake, McKenzie. Unbelievable shooting display for the Fighting Illini here in the first game of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Harris with a 3.
Play really hard, really tough, and so far stay composed as well. And Deja Kelly leading the way. Deja Kelly's game, similar to Makira Cook in the way that she can get to the
basket by McKenzie. Panthers get it back and turn it over. Here comes Cook, and look out. Cook with a full head of steam inside for 2. Illinois on the verge, Andrea, of tying its mark for victories from a season ago at 7. McKenzie down low, another 2. You think about that, only 8 games into the season. I think that speaks to the overall direction of the. Tracked down by Amber Brown. You think about some of the matchups coming up as part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. That's a 3. That one coming up tomorrow night. Florida State, Wisconsin, Georgia Tech, Michigan State, Nebraska, Virginia Tech. That's just really the tip of the iceberg.
What an awesome week of basketball. It's been such an awesome start to the season. She seals, she doesn't get the pass, and instead of giving up on the seal, she holds it and it creates that lane.
Screen by Lopez. Peebles wide open. That's a corner trip. Now don't forget, this weekend we have Duke and North Carolina right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Saturday, it's the 17th ranked Blue Devils hosting Boston College. Yeah, conference play is here. And on Sunday, the Tar Heels, 18th in the land against Virginia Tech. That's at 3 Eastern, both games on ACC Network. For first-year head coach Shauna Green, Pittsburgh's going to fall to 5-3. King with a rebound. Should be the final possession of the night. Malcolm for 3, and she'll splash that one home. 92-71. Pitt will close with a bit of a flurry. And the Panthers will drop their 3rd game of this young season. Andrea Carter, final thoughts on what we saw tonight.
This is definitely a game for Pitt to build on and learn from. One thing that stood out, Shanice Lewis, she has to be their leader. She has to be the go-to player.